started, please take your seat. And welcome to the Valley Regional Forum Town Hall Debate for Los Angeles City Council District 3. I'm Tony Michaelman, he's Sean McCarthy. We're the moderators for tonight. The Valley Regional Forum was established by the Government Affairs Committee of the Woodland Hills Tarzana Chamber of Commerce. Our mission is to hold important community discussions in important community venues. And we're delighted that Westfield, a very important chamber member, is hosting tonight. Our questions for these 6 diverse and dedicated candidates have been gleaned from our chamber membership and other chamber memberships in the district. Candidates will have 3 minutes to introduce themselves and provide a condensed stump speech. Then we will commence with an interactive format. But before we get underway, it's my pleasure to introduce somebody who provides exceptional leadership to our chamber every single day, the CEO of the Woodland Hills Tarzana Chamber of Commerce, Miss Diana Williams.
Thank you, Tony. Welcome, everyone. We are so honored and so pleased to see all of you here tonight. We love to host this event, and the Woodland Hills Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to educating the community. And we want to make sure that you make the vote, the most educated vote, when it's your turn to do that. So we're so happy to provide this forum for you. This forum is one great example of how we accomplish this education. We have an extremely influential and active Government Affairs Committee. I'd like to give them a round of applause. There's several in the room. Thank you. This committee is led by Sean McCarthy. A big thanks to that Government Affairs Committee at Valley Regional Forum, Tony and Sean. And Susan Shelley has also been very active in putting this together. Thank you. I'd also like to thank the Canoga Park Chamber of Commerce, the Winnetka Chamber of Commerce, Canoga Park Neighborhood Council, Reseda Neighborhood Council, Tarzana Neighborhood Council, and the Woodland Hills Warner Center Neighborhood Council. Thank you so much for being involved. I'd like to also thank all the media representatives that are here today. And please join me in thanking Westfield and asking Chuck Martinez to join us to welcome us tonight.
Good evening. I'll be very brief. I'd like to welcome you all, the general public. I'd like to thank the Woodland Hills Chamber of Commerce, as well as Los Angeles Police Department, my team, and the event coordinator for helping to put together the venue, and wish the candidates the best of luck this evening.
Pardon me. Why don't we go ahead? We're going to start with just a description. I'm going to give you a brief description of what the 3rd Council District looks like. Some of you have lived in the 3rd Council District for a while. Others of you might have lived in another Council District, and this is new to you. So here are the communities that are currently covered by CD3. Canoga Park, Reseda, Tarzana, Winnetka, and Woodland Hills. You'll notice that West Hills is no longer part of this particular Council District. We have 259,000 plus residents. We have 5 Los Angeles Fire Department stations, 2 LAPD stations, 4 libraries, and 21 parks. The candidates before you tonight are running to replace the outgoing, turned out by Council Member Dennis Zine. There are just a couple of things that I want to let the candidates know before they begin. We really do want an interactive discussion this evening. I'd like the candidates to respond and react to one another's comments as they go forward. We really do want to get as much information as we can from them for you. This is why we're doing this tonight. So, without further ado, I would like us all please to rise. The flag is in the front of the room. Please follow me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. I'm going to start the questions this evening. Tony and I are going to trade off here. We're going to start with your opening comments. You will have 3 minutes each to comment. And we're going to start with Why don't we start with Scott Silverstein. Scott, why don't you go ahead?
Thank you. Good evening. I want to thank you all for coming down here. Mic working?
Yes.
I want to thank Diana, Jen, Sean, the chamber, the neighborhood councils, and all the other chambers and organizers that have set this up. We're here tonight to hear from 6 individuals that are looking for your support in the next election, which is going to be extraordinarily important. When I was considering a run for council, I spoke to my wife and my daughters, my friends, family, business people, and community activists, and I mentioned it to them, and they all said the same thing. Why? Are you mad? And basically I said, yeah, I am mad. I'm mad at the way that the elected officials are destroying the living conditions in this city. And I'm getting involved. And I did. And I am. When my daughters were born, I made a moral decision to try to deliver the world better than when I received it. And I don't break promises. And I have every intention of delivering a better world. I'm a principal of one of the largest commercial real estate companies in Los Angeles. We started in 2003. We're now number 2 in Los Angeles, in the Valley. I'm chairman of the Woodland Hills Warner Center Neighborhood Council. I've been on that council for approximately 8 years. And I've learned a tremendous amount of how this city works and how it doesn't work in particular. I'm on the Citizens Advisory Committee, where we have just redrafted the Warner Center Specific Plan, which is the largest specific plan west of the Mississippi. And that's taken us an extraordinary amount of time, and it's also a fantastic partnership, a public-private partnership, where the landowners, the government, the stakeholders, all were involved in this over the years, and we've created a really great plan. I'm a member of the Executives, which is a support group for the Los Angeles Jewish Home for the Aging. And unfortunately, my 103-year-old grandmother does not reside at the home. But I'll tell you, you'll make her very happy if you do elect me. I serve on the board of the Child Development Institute, which is, we have an office in Canoga Park. We just opened up the Early Learning Center in Canoga Park. And I ask you all to stop by and just take a look at that. It's a great facility. And I hope tonight I can prove to you that when you step into the voting booth on March 5th, you'll have someone on the ballot that will truly represent us. And I hope that you will elect me or vote for me on March 5th. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. You can hear me all right? I never had one of these before. I have to be careful what I say under my breath too, right? Okay, I will, I'll try. Hello, I'm Joyce Pearson, and I'm running to fix what's broken in our neighborhoods, businesses, communities, and our city. I'm a longtime CPA and an attorney from the West Valley. I've been here for a while, and I'm not a newcomer to the area politics. I headed the Woodland Hills Neighborhood Council. I headed the Encino Chamber of Commerce. I was nominated for the Fernando Award, and I have served on countless city, community, and philanthropic organizations, including the LAPD West Valley Jeopardy, for which my husband is very proud that I served since he's a retired police officer. So that's about me. But this is really about you and this election. The election is about your future and your well-being. The candidate you vote for will impact your home, your neighborhood, your business, your safety, your children's education, and yes, your wallet. Ooh, that's a bad one. For the past decade, you and the rest of the West Valley have been getting neglected by the city of Los Angeles. You're invisible downtown, you're muffled at City Hall, you don't count with the power broker interests downtown. Your problems aren't even considered in council chambers. Your goals go unfilled, while the incumbents think of the West Valley as their own personal ATM machine. You haven't been getting your fair share. In fact, you're not getting any of your fair share at all. It's more like timeshare. And it's time for all of that to finally change. I'm upset at what's happening in the West Valley and Los Angeles, and I believe you are too. I think we've had enough. That's why I'm running for City Council. I'll make sure you're represented downtown. I'll guarantee you don't get ignored. I will get you your fair share of the tax money you send over the hill and never see really come back. Our services, such as fire, police, and education, must be restored. We do not want to be placed on 911 hold anymore. I'm not a career politician. I'm a citizen like you, who wants to help your fellow citizens to thrive. If you want to finally fix what's wrong with the district, the community, this city, a CPA who knows finances, a tax attorney who can uncover waste and fraud, and a caring neighbor would be the kind of person I would want to vote for. So I'm asking for you to take this one last chance and make a difference to your home, your wallet, and our future. If you give me your vote, I will give you what the West Valley has needed for too long.
Time, please.
A voice.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. This is actually kind of an exciting and adrenaline-filled event for us up here, I think. My name is Kerry Icino, and I'm standing here for office, City Council, District 3, which is in the Southwest Valley. I'd like to thank the Chamber, the board of the Chamber. I'd like to thank the neighborhood councils, their board members, and all participants tonight for attending and joining in this debate and forum. This is the type of thing that's extraordinarily important in democracy, to have a lot of choices, and you have a lot of choices from the candidates. There's not one particular candidate who has unique ideas that on their own are the best choices that we have. We can pick and choose. I'm honored to stand here with all of you, and I'm honored to stand here in front of you and give you the opportunity to look at myself as well as the other candidates as a potential individual who can help fix a lot of the problems of the city. Some of the other candidates will touch on the same things, the business repairs that need to be done, the infrastructure issues, the pension issues. I'm sure we'll get into all that. But this is a challenge. When I first started my business many years ago, I looked ahead and didn't realize I would spend a decade building my business up to where it was successful and I was happy with it. And running for office, you condense that into 12 months, 18 months, and now as you get closer, you get to the deadline. So I would just like to say thank you to my wife, family, and all of them for the support. And I would also, on behalf of the rest of the candidates, like to thank their support groups too, because this is a big deal. This is very difficult. Why do I want to be a politician? I don't. Not really interested in politics per se. I'm somebody who likes to get involved and to fix things and get things done. And to do that requires to get in positions where you have the authority and the people behind you, the will of the people, to try to enact change. And change is not something easy to enact in a city the size that we're talking about, with a budget of $6 or $7 billion. And these types of challenges need to be met with some pragmatism and some common sense. I'd like to be considered for this job as somebody who can fix things that are wrong. And I think the opportunity to do that is going to present itself in the next, what do we got, 35 days. Your hard-earned tax dollars are going to hire one of us and put us to work. You're going to be paying us. You're our boss, 252,000 of you, and you should get the best bang for your buck. So I'd just like to say thank you, and I look forward to the rest of this evening. Thank you so much.